we're taking you on a visit to a restaurant in Winter Haven that's been in business for 31 years. It's called LaMond's Restaurant, and it's located at 1950 Cypress Gardens Road. And if you've never been to LaMond's, it's one of the most visually interesting places to eat because the owner, Mrs. Marty LaMond, has on display in her restaurant plates of all kinds, shapes, and sizes, as well as antiques that she and her late husband collected over the years. LaMond's is also one of the most reasonably priced places to eat in the Winter Haven area. Entertainment is featured in the lounge, good food is featured in the dining room, and owner Marty LaMond took us behind the scenes inside her kitchen. First of all, Marty, tell me about the historical value of this pot we're looking at.
Well, this pot came off of the German battlefield and was brought home to my mother-in-law by Bob's brother because she had such a large family. He thought she could can with it. And we have used this just about every day since we've been here for 30 years. And we make our spaghetti sauce in it, and I make a lot of my soup. And I started my spaghetti sauce. I have the red sauce in it, and I have to put my seasonings. And these have already been chopped and ready to go in. And this is the chopped up celery we put in it. And then I have the fresh green pepper and the fresh onion. And then we use the oregano and sweet basil and sugar and my salt, and last but not least we put the garlic. And this I mix up thoroughly, and we cook it on a very low heat for several hours, usually most of the day. We cook our spaghetti sauce all day under a very low heat. And when it's about ready to come off of the heat, then we add our meat for the spaghetti and the meat. I cook the meat on the grill and add it to the sauce. The Italian dinners, I feel, are a mainstay of my menu. We do a lot in the Italian food with the spaghetti, lasagna, manicotti, anything we use in the Italian line, I put this sauce on. And we use quite a bit. I use it, usually we make 5 gallons, which this holds probably every 2 days.
Tell me about the bread next, if you will.
We try and make this in the evening, just before dinner, so it's fresh and it's hot. We do this in the late afternoon, and when it comes out, it's just before we open for dinner, and it's usually nice and fresh. Our potatoes, these are all ready now to go into the oven, and they're baked, so they are fresh as we go into the evening. We keep on this stove are generally things we have to cook in small quantities, like anything that's special ordered that does not take, a whole lot, maybe 1 order or 2 orders we cook here. I have 3 ovens, and we use them all between baking and broiling. We keep these pretty busy. This over here is for my steaks, where we broil the steaks.
And speaking of steaks, LaMond's features a petite sirloin steak dinner complete for $5.75. And cook Junius Sampson showed us how he cuts this special steak.
Hey, what I have here is my ball-tip sirloin. It's been cleaned, deveined, and what I'm finna do now is cut it into the petite sirloin, which weighs out to be 6 ounces. We'll cut it in the middle, fillet it, so it look like a butterfly steak. 9 out of 10 times I'm using it right. There you go. Next, what I have here's something already cut up, and this is one of the specialties at LaMond's restaurant. They sell pretty good. It's a nice steak. You need to come out and try it sometime.
Not many restaurants offer soup with your meal. LaMond's does, and best of all, it's homemade. Marty LaMond tells us about it.
These are the ingredients for our vegetable soup, and we have everything chopped and ready to put in our soup pot. We have the tomatoes and the zucchini this is fresh. Anything that we can use fresh, we use. The green peppers, we're very fortunate in Florida because we have access to all the fresh vegetables. We have celery. I also put cabbage in my soup. I do not have it here cut up. Onions. And our carrots. And I add beef base to this. And I mix this, fill this pot full of water, and I let it simmer all day on the stove. It makes excellent homemade soup.
A special part of the meal at LaMond's is their fine salad. And waiter Larry Layton showed us how the salad is prepared.
I'm going to start with the squash. We normally put 2 of each on each salad, and we make them fresh daily. We do not make them up in advance because this way they're much fresher. And here's some red onions that we use. It makes it real nice, tasty. Okay, and some fresh carrots that we use. Everything is made up fresh, by the way. And some green peppers. It makes a nice salad, it really does. And here's some tomatoes that we put on. We normally put at least 2 or 3 on each salad. Makes it real nice. Then the last part of it, we put some red cabbage on it for coloring. Makes it very nice. And that's it. Then we have our dressings, which is Thousand, French, Italian, or blue cheese, whatever the customer prefers. That's it.
There is no extra charge for blue cheese dressing at LaMond's, and with a complete dinner, you get a loaf of LaMond's hot, homemade bread, and I have yet to find any better bread in Winter Haven. Cook Randall Lippum prepares the fresh vegetable of the day at LaMond's, and all daily specials include soup of the day, homemade of course, fresh tossed salad with choice of dressing, baked or French fried potato, plus the fresh vegetable of the day, which was cauliflower during our visit, and of course that loaf of wonderful baked bread. The daily special entree we chose was the petite sirloin steak that you saw being cut earlier. It's available every day for a total price for all of the aforementioned of $5.75. A good value. Now for the seafood part of the LaMond's menu, we decided to sample the fried butterfly shrimp. The complete dinner is available for all you seafood lovers at only $5.95. And for those of you into Italian cooking, each Italian entree is served with fresh garden salad with LaMond's house dressing, along with hot garlic bread. We tried the spaghetti with that special homemade meat sauce that you saw Marty prepare earlier in the kitchen. It's delicious, and this Italian entree is priced at just $4.95. Part of the fun about dining at LaMond's is looking around the restaurant at the vast collection of plates. We asked Marty LaMond how it all came to be.
Well, we started 31 years ago because we had the wall space. That was very obvious, and I always loved china. And I had started with a few pieces that were given to me when we were married. And so it sort of was fun, an ongoing thing as we went through life to wherever we went somewhere. We always had our eyes open, and if I saw a pretty plate, I would buy it. I never went much for collector plates as such. I just like fine china and mostly flowers, as you see. I have a lot of Haviland, I have Limoges, I have Wedgwood, Spode, a lot of Bavarian plates, a lot of English, and Royal Dalton. And what is so much fun is for customers to come in and say, oh, you have my plate on the wall. And that's fun, you know, it gives them something to relate to. Or they'll say, my mother had a set of dishes like that. And so it gives them something when they come in they can talk about.
How many plates would you say you have on display in the restaurant?
I hate to tell you because I honestly don't know. And we've counted them several times, and goodness, everyone comes up with a different answer. And I really don't think I want to know. So we don't add too many anymore, because as you can see, my banquet room is full and both dining rooms are full. But if I see something interesting, I'll buy it today.
After dining at LaMond's, you may want to step into the cocktail lounge for an after-dinner drink and to listen or dance to the fine live entertainment being offered. We know we had a good time at LaMond's, and we bet that you will too.